Hello, welcome to episode 315 of VarangianLP. We are playing D&D, and I will unmute the other people.
Can anyone really play D&D?
Yes.
I sure hope so. 'Cause otherwise, what have I been doing for the past,
half
17
of my
years?
life, yeah.
But I suppose that's up to God. Pregnus, can we play D&D?
You can play D&D? If we feel like it.
Okay.
We also
long as
could
everyone-
just talk about bullshit for 3 hours.
I mean, that's basically what D&D is.
In some ways, yeah.
But it's too coherent to be precisely bullshit. It's just...
I don't think we can really accuse what we do of coherence.
No one has any response for that.
Yeah.
So what happened last time?
Genocide.
I mean, I was an enormous asshole and did everything. We got to the city of Weimar, where we found that the Oathhold that I was trained in and spent like the last several years of my life in had been damaged by some sort of wacky extraplanar force bolt.
Mm-hmm.
We found that someone had gotten basically struck by it and was now stuck in a stasis bubble that had conveniently been delivered like the day of or the day before.
Yeah.
And they're reading as some kind of like spirit that goes to limbo instead of one of the other planes, but they're not quite one of those either. It's weird. It's hard to figure out what's going on. We couldn't figure out a way to help them, but we did detect another something invisible that had kind of undead pings digging through the rubble. So we went and had a chat with them and helped them get back a wooden box that they were looking for in exchange for them helping the person that's stuck in stasis. And it turns out these people provided the stasis bubble already. So they'd already helped and considered that a good deal. We also encountered someone who, I feel like heavily implied they were from the future, and then left. We also chatted to the secretary of the Oathhold about some weird paperwork that we found that didn't make a lot of sense, and it turns out all of it was like correct and not a forgery, but it was done by someone that didn't exist yet. And there were some serial numbers on there that weren't valid yet, but could be in the future. So I, as a player, am convinced that we're dealing with future men trying to get us to do something. Candor is just confused. But we figured out who made the stasis bubble that the unfortunate aspirant is stuck in. So I think our plan was to go to the capital and investigate that manufacturing.
Yes, that was at least what was communicated.
So I think we should do anything except that.
Anything except that.
Because we were teased that the Githzerai and the Obsidian Spire had all like withdrawn to limbo. So we could fight our way through the dungeon of the Obsidian Spire to get to an entrance to limbo to investigate something there. But we decided that we're level 3 and that would be a bad idea because everyone else in this group is a coward. Except Crystal, because Crystal wasn't there. So I can't confirm that Crystal's a coward.
That's why I don't remember anything.
It depends on if we're playing the video game where there's only one difficulty and the way you find out the area isn't for you is by dying, or if we're playing a game where the difficulty scales with your level.
Either way, it would have been fun to just bounce off the obsidian spire.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
I say we don't all have Candor's robust constitution.
Well, and it seems like it'd be tough to get in there anyway, potentially.
Future us will find a way.
Like if they're leaving, they're closing the door behind them. Pretty
Yeah.
good, probably, potentially.
Probably.
It's not like anybody actually cares about the Gith Sarai as players.
Yeah.
True.
I know Tim is entirely, apathetic towards them.
As far as I'm concerned, they're just a pale reflection of the Gith Yankee.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing, right?
I mean, biologically.
As far as I'm aware, yes. That's really all that matters.
Mm.
All right.
Did
Yeah.
we miss anything?
No, I think that's good. So the plan was put in, discussed between the group. The Silver Shield is got space for you for the night before you leave.
Mhm.
At some point that evening, I believe it's Sir Leonora will return from the docks. And will summon our party's Silver Shield to his office.
Oh fuck. I and Candor are both nervous about this.
So roll to shit yourself.
18. What do I add to that? Is it a
For
con
what?
save? I was told to roll for shitting myself. So
I'll say it's a con save to prevent shitting yourself. It's a
Oh,
strength
then
save to shit yourself harder.
it's like a 21. I feel like I'm fine.
Yeah.
Candor will go. Well, if it had been late enough in the evening that he would have divested himself of his armor, he will re-armor up and head to the office.
Yeah. The office is less kempt than you. You've been in here a couple of times over your period. It's certainly a lot less in order than usual. It's obvious there are things that are being worked on, like on that table and over there, like just all over the place. He's obviously balancing a lot on his plate right now. He is finishing up he's working on something at his desk, and he will sort of just wave you into the room and then just put up a finger as he finishes writing something out.
Candor waits tensely.
Yeah, and then we'll slide it aside and look up. Candor.
Oathguide.
You've had an interesting first outing, I understand.
I made my report to your secretary. I can make it again to you if you'd like.
Now he'll pat on a folder in amongst everything else. I made time enough to look into things, given that I was told your report had information about, everything else that's going on at the moment.
It has pieces. I don't quite understand what is going on.
It seems that, yes, those that do aren't talking at the moment. It seems I will likely be leaving the city for a while.
Oh?
Well, as you know, the Silver Shields do not have a presence in Arkbridge. And there is a diplomatic arrangement leaving for the Obsidian Spire. and I've been tasked to represent our interests.
One of my companions is a Githzerai who's familiar with the Obsidian Spire. Would you like to speak to her?
I believe your the mentions you gave in your report did not seem to indicate that she had much more beyond
I'll be honest.
vague understandings.
I'll be honest. I don't know what she knows, but she is a Githzerai, so she might know something.
Well, that might be wise before we go, but let's deal with the matters at hand first.
Mm.
You have taken on duties above your station already, and I think it might be time to take your oaths.
I apologize if I have overstepped.
Not overstepped. You have taken responsibility that has been laid in front of you when none others were there to take it up. This is good. But without your oaths to guide you, it may be too easy to make decisions you would come to regret.
I see.
Do you not think you are ready?
I think it would be arrogant of me to think that I was ready.
That's fair. Are you reticent to move forward then?
No, if this is your judgment, and if it is, if the Silver Shields or anyone really needs me to embrace the oath, then I will embrace the oath. But I hadn't expected to be swearing anything so soon. If you understand.
If things were normal, it may have been a while yet, but there are a great many things that seem to be falling off the rails as of late.
Mm.
And we would appreciate those that are ready, not delay. There will be need that will grow.
May I invite my companions to witness?
Of course. He will I'm assuming there's probably some accoutrement that goes along with one of these ceremonies.
I feel like it really depends, because they all swear different oaths, so they probably all have different ways of going about it.
I know that. In my head there was that, maybe, each main oath hold.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking might have a silver shield made from I always forget the dragon's name.
Argentius.
Argentius is like an actual like, dragon scale silver shield that each oath hold has as like a symbolic thing. And
put your hand on the scale and swear your oath.
What beyond that is probably very different. There's probably people that wander out into the middle of the woods, or many other potential avenues. So, have you made your decisions as to the ritual components?
Let me review what I'm about to swear. Is it possible to bring the scale outside?
Of course.
Then
carry it where it's needed.
Then all I need is the open sky and my companions.
Doable. He will grab the shield down off of the wall behind his desk.
Oh, we're doing this now.
And if you seem shocked by that, he said, "Would you prefer the morning? I am not as versed as maybe I should be with the lead."
The open sky is the open sky, whether it is morning or night.
Well, I've prepared something anyway. So, and he will pull a scroll from, a rack and sort of follow you out into the courtyard.
I'll try to get the rest of the party up to.
How late at night is this?
It's evening, so post dinner, but it's not like in the middle of the night or anything like that.
Well, we've probably gone our separate ways for the evening, unless we're all sleeping in the same dorm.
You're probably, with how crazy everything is, you're probably scattered around here and there. There's probably even a couple tents in the courtyard. But
yeah, I'm just gonna grab people one by one and see if they're willing.
Yeah. As you grab people and filter, you see there's a number of other aspirants and shields that filter their way towards the courtyard. It certainly isn't like an emptying of everybody, but the people that aren't up to anything else, and a few others seem to take some time to come out into the courtyard.
I'm sure Candor is honored and pleased by that, but it really fucking breaks my brain.
So when you knock on Magnus's door, it will just swing open, and
Magnus?
he will be sitting there, and you will see a pair of heavy leg braces on the ground.
Are you all right?
I am as all right as I will be. What do you need, Campbell?
The oath guide has invited me to swear my oath. And since we will be traveling together for the foreseeable future, I thought it appropriate that you bear witness, so that if I stray, you will know what I've strayed from.
Well, I'm not so old that I require. Turn in early. I'll be right there. Just.
Would you like any help? And Candor will sort of gesture at the braces.
Magnus will freeze completely. Sure.
Candor will get on his knees and help. I'm sure your specific braces are probably unfamiliar to him, but he is not unused to helping with similar things, I would imagine.
Yeah. You will note that both of Magnus's legs have at one point been broken very badly, and then deliberately set wrong.
And if I am not mistaken, these braces are probably pretty well made, though, right?
Yes, they are. They are dwarven work, and they look to be custom.
Is there, like, if we broke his legs again and like reset them, like, is this a solvable issue?
It certainly, if the only thing that is wrong is the physical aspect, you would anticipate there would be something that could be done.
Candor will share that idea as he is ratcheting braces in place.
You want to break my legs again?
I mean, it looks like someone has broken them and intentionally set them incorrectly, so we could break them and set them correctly. It would be short-term pain, but for longer-term, more freedom of movement and less pain overall is my only thought. But your legs, your body, your choice.
We will not discuss this further.
Understood.
Not tonight.
I will keep my mouth shut about this until you decide you want to talk about it again.
Magnus will limp away. He looks at you and he's clearly very uncomfortable.
I am sorry that I have made you uncomfortable. It's not my intent. So, anyone? And then Campbell go, I guess. Anyone else have anything that I'm discovering as I'm coming across you in the evening?
You would just find Robert just kind of perched on top of the canteen area, whatever the area where the kitchen is, just kind of bobbing and just kind of, like the owl in Ocarina of Time, just like when you like make it like when you get his attention, his head just kind of swivels and like his eyes go wide and look at you and then go, oh.
The dialogue box appears.
I knew you'd come.
Robert?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes?
The Oath Guide has decided that it is time for me to swear my oath, and I thought to invite you to witness it, both because we are friends and because we'll be traveling together, and it seems like you should know what I'm trying to be.
All right. Didn't want to wait till morning.
Time seemed to be of the essence. The Oath Guide seems very busy. I don't want to take up too much of their time.
All right. He just like he just kind of hops like right off and like lands next to you, and then just will follow you around for the rest of the asking.
I'll go see if I can find Owain.
Like the march of the Penguins.
Owain is probably up writing in a journal that you see them bring out from time to time. Yes, Candor, how are you doing this evening?
I am honored and overwhelmed. The Oath Guide has invited me to swear my oath, and I thought that since we'll be traveling together, you should probably witness it.
I see. That's quite the accomplishment, if I understand correctly.
It is unusually quick, but I fear that is more a statement on the times than on myself.
Perhaps, but they would be foolish to advance you without qualities, and I've certainly seen you performing well. At any rate, I would be happy to train you.
You're generous, thank you. And then I will go see if I can find Emerald.
Emerald is sitting like cross-legged before her Gith text apparatus. Studying the teachings of Zerthamon. Though you wouldn't know that because you can't read it.
You're looking at a weird disc thing.
There's just like shapes floating in front of her, like emanating from a round stone.
Andor is not quiet. He has disadvantage on stealth and not that great dexterity. But if him approaching doesn't get a reaction, he'll sort of clear his throat or knock on something.
Yes. Hello, Candor.
Right. sorry to interrupt. And I certainly don't mean to intrude, and you're more than welcome to not agree to what I'm about to ask. But my oath guide has decided that it is the time for me to swear my oath, and I thought that since we'll be traveling together, and because I respect your opinion on such things, that I would be honored if you would witness the swearing.
Yes, the honor is mine. I shall come.
Thank you. And then we'll try to find Elise. Or whatever. What we are calling her Elise now. We had this
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
It is
We
Elise.
have this conversation. Elise is probably kind of holed up in whatever space she's been given.
Mm.
And there's like a multitude of papers spread out across the floor. And a fairly large for a hand mirror, but like a hand veil there that has a what color did we decide? Was it bronze we decided on?
Mm.
Yeah, that has a bronze backing to it. That's set up, and there's she's just like kind of poring over notes. There's a book that you haven't seen before
Mm.
that's like sitting out in front of the mirror.
Is
and
the book
she's-
open or?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably open. She's at the very beginning of it, and like the left page is full of arcane writing, and the right page is completely blank. So it's very obviously something that she's writing into.
Mm. Oh, man. Canda's just interrupting everyone and all their smart people things.
Oh yeah.
Candor will knock at wherever you're holed up. I imagine there's a door.
Yes.
Elise, I don't mean to intrude, and I apologize if I'm interrupting anything. But my oath guide has decided that it is the time for me to swear my oath, and since we'll be traveling together, and because I've already made promises to you about your safety, I thought you might want to witness me make yet more promises.
I would be more than glad to be a support. And she'll set the mirror inside of the book, almost like it's a bookmark, close it, and then like dash it up to like a side holder.
Does the mirror like shrink down to bookmark size when you put it in the book, or does it stay like massive, too big to be a hand mirror?
It might shrink down to like the page size, and then it probably gets thinner so that it compacts into it.
Mm.
But it doesn't change size. Like only if you're watching for it do you realize that it changes size.
No, Candor wouldn't notice probably. But yeah, I think that's everybody. So I'll head out to the courtyard, and Candor will feel slightly bad that other people are out here as well, because this is Candor, so it clearly can't be that important. So he's probably interrupting people's days. But he has less social anxiety than I do, so he'll go to the oath guide and say, I have gathered my witnesses.
Yeah. So you guys are out in the courtyard. Sir Leonora will step sort of into the center of the group and will sort of set the shield on like a stand, and will place his hand on it, and will say, guests and fellow members of the shield, those of you that are just here to watch, this is Candor of the Lead. It has come time for him to take his oaths. As some of you may or may not know, the lead have a fondness for the clear sky. And in keeping with that, we are here beneath, well, and he will look up, a sky that is not quite right. And he will pull the scroll from inside his tunic there and will hold it up and will sort of spew out a few magical activation words, and the shield will fizzle and sort of burn itself up. You guys feel sort of a column of air sort of like flowing upwards around you, and it will slam its way into some of the clouds that are disrupting the view of the sky and shove them out of the way. And as it does so, there is sort of a shimmer, and the stars will sort of shift and turn somewhat. And those of you that are used to the night sky or have sort of any understanding therein will recognize a sky from a different time of the year come into focus. And smack in the center of this open section of sky is a constellation that is referred to as the Celestial Shield. And much more appropriate. Candor?
You've done me a great honor, Oathguide. I appreciate it. More than I can fully say, but I have many things I should be saying. Approach the scale, and sort of reach your hand towards it and then sort of pause. There have been words, thoughts written on my soul these last several weeks. Thoughts of the natural worth of all living people, be they goblin, bandit, or priest of Athena. How our life is a journey, and that it is important that we help one another to bear what burdens we can on that journey, that we should expect ourselves to fall, but always strive to return to our feet and continue the journey. And that as much as I would wish it otherwise, failure and hatred and darkness cannot be avoided. We must endure, and we must use the suffering that we will have to help us understand our fellow travelers and have as much empathy for them as possible. And as the stars shine above us, we should always remember to reject the despair around us, to remember that light is waiting, that there is hope still in this world, and it is up to us to make that hope real. And as I try to take all of these thoughts and put them into an oath that I can swear, and he will put his hand on the scale, I think we all walk beneath the open sky, and our common path leads ever on. Though our journey's end at times seems nigh, the night will always end in shining dawn. And I think the scale will kind of flare a bit with some silver light, and there'll be a sort of soft, sort of midday blue glow around Candor, and there'll be just a little shift in his bearing as the oath is sworn.
there is sort of a potent sort of stillness and quiet that sits in the courtyard for a while. And then let's see, where is did I forget to write it down, or did I put it in a different spot and then I've lost it?
The DM's quandary.
Yeah.
Did I never make the note, or is the note hiding from me?
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking for the info on our overlarge chef.
Oh, Brosh.
Brosh.
Brosh is an oath of the ancients Goliath with hill giant heritage. What do we need to know about Brosh?
That's pretty much it.
right.
So as the sort of silence gives away, and you see some people sort of ducking back towards work, there is a booming like hurrah from a hill giant that sort of steps out of the corner of the courtyard and says, and he's toting on his shoulder a barrel stamped with a shield, and says, "This calls for a drink. Earlier than expected, but very welcome."
Kandor is always happy to see Brosh and will accept a drink and pass it around and
so
engage in revelry.
Yeah, exactly. Some drinking and story making and
Given the devastation of the Oath Hold and the various destruction, Magnus will use his second level slot for the day to again Maximilian's earthen grasp, but push it up into the shape of a chair for himself. just a throne of stone that he's going to perch himself on to accept the drink. And when the hill giant comes closer, he will have it raise him up to eye level. Thank you. Very appreciated. We're all very proud of Campbell.
I get to use my subclass that I wasn't letting myself use until I got to swear the oath now. Yay!
So there is talk and, like I said, story sharing. Sir Leonora does stay around for a little bit to have a drink. But before he leaves, he makes a point of coming, making his way back over to your side and the group of your new compatriots here, and says, "I understand you're leaving for the capital."
Yes, Oathgod.
I assume you are not going to attempt the northern, to head by sea and then across, or are you?
I don't know that we've made that decision yet.
Well, there are certainly going to be less ships available, given the recent issues. In fact, sorry to say this, but I've taken leave of renting out the ship you came in, given the fact that I need to leave tomorrow as well. Now, perhaps he would be willing to take you back where you came, back through Oakbridge, but there is also a caravan train that has been put together, given the fact that there are quite a few businesses that are out of shipping lanes and whatnot that will be heading the opposite direction. Well, until it can wind its way around the lake and the other places they might be going. But I believe they'll be leaving mid-morning tomorrow.
Kander will sort of just very obviously look at Elise. I don't know that we want to go back to Arkbridge.
Ah,
Very-
yes,
very
the unnamed party involved. Yes.
If it will be faster and she like snaps and disappears, I can always make it so that no one can see me. At least not typical sight.
I mean, if you're willing to bear the danger, that would probably be faster. But I, from what I understand of the situation, I don't know that typical sight is the only thing to worry about.
I think we might have to sacrifice haste in favor of discretion.
This is Aaron asking which direction you want to go.
I know. That's
Road.
why I'm asking.
Yeah, I would like to go on the road, please, to the south and travel.
All right.
Can we go back to the map? Because I have the funniest thing I'd like to suggest.
Ooh.
What would probably be faster than going like overland
Mhm.
up like this is if we went overland more like this and then took a boat.
That's got some chest hair.
Yeah, that's a perfectly acceptable route. The DM and me will say, "Oh my goodness, won't you note that it goes through both the home cities of Tom and Miles?"
So, if that's the route the
Coincidence.
caravan's going, that'd be my recommendation.
Curse you. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Tom?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
All right.
If only we had some way to get Athens and the plane of limbo involved, we could make this just a one loop of everybody's backstory.
Yeah, depending on what goes on in the future, there's already a few things that have, bits and pieces, rumors and whatnot that point up towards Athens and
Mhm.
Before we leave too, and possibly even with like this head guy, if he's going through, she would try to find out if there's someone who could very low key get a letter to Windmere.
your contact in Arkbridge.
Windsmere's the village that her family's still in.
Oh yes.
Oh yes,
Windermere
way north
Village.
of Athens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Certainly, you know that there are ways to deliver, messages and whatnot. Depending on the cost, that you want to shell out and whatnot. How secure those things are depends on how many, hands they're going to travel through. And, to have somebody that's like definitely not going to betray you and going to take it personally the whole way is very different than like dropping it in the normal mail and just wondering how long it'll take to get there.
Specifically, anyone like who is part of the Silver Shields, because she's got some trust in this organization because of Candor.
Yeah.
Who is heading at least most of the way that direction and could get it quietly to her family to let them. Basically, she hasn't necessarily told her family all of what's going on.
Yeah.
She's just, subtly sent them money every once in a while. But now that there's like very obviously more of a search going on for her, she wants to tell them to get somewhere safe.
Mm.
Yeah, I can add that to the letters that are being sent around by various members of the party.
If Elise like makes it clear that there's like a safety of my family, of your family
Mhm.
element to this, Kendra will push hard for Sir Leonor to just send somebody.
Mhm.
Like just send a shield to ensure their safety.
Or take them to somewhere.
Yeah, or or escort them somewhere. Like
So Sir Leonora will
And if that requires her disclosing like to specifically just this head guy what's going on, she would, because she is concerned about them.
Yeah. So Sir Leonora will say that it would be a difficult proposition given the time frame,
mm,
and with everything else that is going on.
Yeah.
But there are a number of Silver Shield sort of groups
Outposts?
being sent out at the moment.
Mhm.
And he says that there is a group that has been dispatched to Athens, and is going to be dispatched to Athens, and knows that that's up in the direction of
Mhm.
where you're going. So certainly there would be a way to get it that far under direct Silver Shield's supervision. Beyond that, he wouldn't be able to promise or know that, when it gets there, how soon a Silver Shield would be heading
Away.
further north in that direction, but certainly can start it in its journey.
Owain, with what you know of your family, that your descendants,
Mhm.
would that be a plausible ask them to go collect Elise's family? Which would be like her parents and her two siblings.
Interesting.
the longer you think about this, the worse my opinion of your family gets.
Well, I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to decide what the opinion of my of this part, like the family, for this kind of thing would be. That's not a question I've considered. I would say
Especially-
probably
Hide them from another noble.
it, whether or not they be on some level, they will be willing to assist. Depending on how much you tell them about the situation, may increase the amount they're willing to assist. If it can be used to embarrass another house, even if it's not publicly, they would
He's down for ruining his reputation.
they would appreciate that
Like,
that chance. I don't think
if that is communicated, she is entirely down for ruining his reputation.
I'm taking a look here. I imagine that they probably have some influence up by Windermere. So yeah, if you're willing to let them know about the situation and the potential for embarrassment for whatever his name is, will be Owain's response. They will be more enthusiastic about the assist.
Since he is now much more actively pursuing her, I think she's desperate enough that she's like, sure, fine. Wreck his reputation, like, do whatever they want to do with it. I just want my family to be safe.
And is the goal to get them to Athens and just kind of be effectively in my family's employ, or is the goal to get them to Athens and from Athens elsewhere?
If they would have use for some well-experienced farmers who are used to farming in an area that's not very hospitable,
Mhm.
then I'm sure they would be fine with working for their keep. They are her parents are very salt of the earth people.
Mhm.
The trick will be convincing them to leave the land that they've been tending all their lives, I suspect.
Yes.
Which is hopefully what Elise's letter will do.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Get the letter to Athens via a single steady set of hands, and then unleash the society gossip people.
Marcel Dupont.
Marcel Dupont.
That's the husband's name.
Marcel Dupont.
Mhm.
Out of curiosity, who's going to Athens?
Let's
And
see.
the answer can very easily be no one I know.
Nobody that you have named in
Okay.
this group. There's a group that's going to go with Sir Leonora. A couple of which are going to stay with him, and then the rest are going to go on and through Arc Bridge and head north.
Okay. Cool.
The only feature that stands out is the brilliant red shirt that you see underneath running on.
Tanner's got
Yes.
that nice sky blue cloak that Magnus got him. This guy just has red shirt.
All right.
Yes.
So I guess
Yeah. So we can send that letter out.
And if she knows that there's someone going through Arc, she'd probably send something for the library too,
Okay.
if possible. And let me know. She's definitely more than fine with being like, and here's the donation of 5 gold, which is half of her money.
No, they have no problem. I mean, it's just going with people and whatnot. You want to send a letter to the library to, what does the library message involve? Just regular update stuff, or?
Yeah, mostly regular update stuff. Also just like I think Linnea knows about her situation.
Mm-hmm.
So like the regular update things, and also like the reiteration that she's keeping the mirror with her. The mirror is because when I played this character before and she was very different, that was how she communicated, but that was also when she was higher level.
Yeah.
So she has the mirror theoretically for communication down the line, but she's not. I don't think that she's at the power level that like had that come into play yet.
Yeah.
Not from you, anyway.
Not from me.
You might be able to receive messages through it, but
This is true.
Sounds good.
And that she's started her tome.
just started the tome. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So we're that flavor of warlock.
What else would a librarian be?
I mean, it's good. It's a good choice.
Yeah. All right.
A
So
librarian
there's
would be a Horizon Walker Ranger, otherwise, maybe.
There are
Except we don't have libraries.
you know, the impromptu little party thing winds its way down at some point, and you guys have the spaces that have been set aside for you here and there around the compound. And in the morning, you're fed well before a very like kitted out there's a bit of a looks difference between your group and like the official Silver Shields envoy in terms of like
It's at least 10 levels of difference.
hodgepodge, a little more hodgepodgey, a little more but you march into town together and disperse at the center crossroads where Sir Leonora is going to head down to the docks and board the same boat that you guys traveled in on with his entourage.
We have a caravan master to talk to.
And before he turns, he will sort of give you a brief Silver Shield salute, whatever that might look like.
Sure.
Maybe just holding up the shield to your chest or something along those
give
lines.
the shield a little wrap.
Wrap the shield, and we'll say, I hope you find clear skies in unexpected places. Although these days that's not as common.
Go with the gratitude of the lead, and I hope you have a less eventful trip than we did.
We shall see. In order to gain if nobody's at the base, we may have to force our way to an audience.
I hope it won't come to that. Gosh, that sounds fun.
Think of it this way. When we do that in later levels, we can loot their bodies, and you can get
when you hear that Sir Leonora has not come back.
I mean, it'll be good paladin gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there a wizard amongst them?
It does look like there are sort of a variety of different, in D&D terms, class kitted folk amongst them.
Maybe a wizard, a couple of rangers, a warlock, a barbarian.
The Silver Shield quite rightfully practices DEI.
I mean, kind of, yeah. They let me in.
So you make your way through the rest of the city, heading south down the Golden Road, right?
Yeah, that's the big old trade thoroughfare that
the movement of like people and goods through the city is way different than the standard that you're used to. Like there's almost nothing flowing down towards the docks at all.
Oh, that's so weird.
And like everything is either just sitting in like open empty lots or flowing down the Golden Road southward. There are a lot more like craftspeople and whatnot and laborers moving down towards the docks.
Makes sense.
You recognize like a number of different like obvious workers from shops and other places that have either been sent or recruited or whatever to help with this citywide emergency. And you get down. Describe to us what after you leave like the walled part of the city. There's this nouveau riche manor section, right? That you wander through.
Yeah, because the Oathhold was like in the old city, which was just this sort of very classic now mostly abandoned, like fantasy medieval city. But outside the walls, where the Golden Road connects further trading routes and the mines in these mountains nearby and sort of all that to the port, there's this just this like explosion of new architecture, all the best shops, all the best merchandise, all the richest, wealthiest merchants and quasi oligarchs all make their home along the Golden Road because it is just this enormous highway of trade. Which now can't go where it's supposed to go. So everything's backed up. I imagine it's chaos.
Yeah. You pass by more than one like heated argument where there are obvious like wagons and stuff that have come into the city that are attempting to finalize deliveries or that kind of thing. And like, about what we're going to pay now. Are we even going to take this stuff? Like
the amount of money that is being lost right now is,
we're talking, what's the,
like Black Tuesday or something, like when the stock market crashed.
No, I was going to say that one, the Juan Valdez.
I don't know.
Right. That's when the canal got blocked by that one ship. A few years ago.
Oh yeah. When the Suez Canal got blocked off by the Evergreen, I think it was called, just getting wedged sideways.
I think it's the Juan Valdez.
I don't know.
Judging by the fact that I see Evergreen on all kinds of containers, that might have been the company.
The ship was called like Ever Given, I think.
Suez Canal blockage.
Magnus will quietly note all of this wealth that people are probably not paying too great attention to. Immediately start casing shit.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Need to grab a dice.
The Ever Given. Yeah. You're right, Tim.
Ever given us a headache.
Yeah. It really looks like they were trying to Tokyo Drift in the middle of the canal for no reason.
I watched a whole video on it. There was a whole thing of like
2 + 2.
We need a local pilot, and like it was a very like messed up situation.
Yeah.
That got them there.
Perception is going to come out to 22.
Yeah. You certainly notice that you are not the only one to be aware of the advantages that a very chaotic, crowded, and just a lot of emotions and whatnot situation can be potentially profitable.
I do like to think that there's probably less to notice in that regard than in most places, because I'd like a lot of the organized crime in Imar, I think, has taken a bit of a hit. But I mean, there's definitely still people there gonna do shit. But like, I wonder if it would seem more amateurish or something.
Oh, it certainly is not the best. For the most part, it's like, you notice that like there's like a line of people unloading stuff, and some guy just like keeps walking rather than like turning into the, with one crate or whatever, and just, in all the craziness, just walks away in the overcrowded streets and markets in a way that you're like, that doesn't seem quite right.
I will make note to pass along this information to the family. There is a dearth of properly organized crime in this area.
Yeah,
we just have to avoid the shiny boys.
We've been doing our best to make it unprofitable to do business here for decades.
Yeah, and you also note that like there's just a lot of in city movement that's just leaving that, down south by the Golden road, and then you can see up ahead that there's like huge field of wagons and carts and stuff. Candor, you recognize a lot of like the normal, like, oh, there's some that have come down from the mountains, and that look, they have a certain look to them, and a lot of them have familiar insignia stamped on them, but their normal sort of flows in and out of the city have been disrupted.
That's just an enormous traffic jam.
Yeah, it's just rough in general. Like you have to walk like 2 or 3 times farther away from the wall to get to a point where there's a outgoing caravan and wagon train being organized than normal, because just so much space has been filled up by impromptu, like you see like some like staked out areas have just plopped up with some guards where they're just like storing stuff in like an open air warehouse because they just don't know what else to do with some of this stuff. And and it's only been like a couple days since it happened. Which for those of you that are outside the city, just recognize the amount of ins and outs that this city is involved with in terms of goods is quite extensive. I will move you guys down here.
I think Elise, if she notices like perishable goods being stored improperly, I don't know that she'll be able to stop herself from going over to someone and being like, hey, you actually need to.
You certainly notice things that are not probably being handled in the most ideal way. But certainly not. Nobody wants more headaches right now, and you're just like, you're not, to them, to anybody that you go up to, you're really not involved. And they basically don't even give you the opportunity to expound upon what you're doing.
Fair.
And not just them, but like anytime you try to stop, like it's very difficult to do so in the flow of bodies and goods here. You do notice, Candor, that there does seem to be a few silver shields down here that seem to be attempting to take advantage of the fact that there's going to be some potentially lower cost stuff going on. Oh, maybe we can get some food for on the cheap, or that kind of thing, as well as a number just like general, like they're just sort of a few around here and there.
Yeah, it seems like a good place to have a presence.
Yes, exactly, for a number of different reasons. And then, you approach sort of a large open section where you can see just a hodgepodge of sizes and types of wagon being sort of drawn up into a loose line, or a couple of lines that you imagine will be slotting themselves together. There's a pretty major multi-wagon number from one of the major trading houses being sent out. There's you can see there's like this magical items purveyor that's being pulled by this absolutely enormous oxen. And then there are a couple large sort of little guard tower type things that have a caravan company's logo on them. that you imagine are going to head up and take the rear path of this train. And then there's just like a bunch of other random assortments in terms of wagon.
With all these trading companies and logos, is there anything that I know that's owned by Berezovsky?
All right. I got to remember which one that is.
Berezovsky is the oligarch that forced the Lida off their land many years ago.
Yes.
He's in my enemies list, but he doesn't know I exist.
Yes, he's in your enemies list.
For him, it was Tuesday. For me, it ruined my people.
Yeah. But that was before you were
I was
even
born.
alive,
I was born.
right?
Yeah. I was born. I was born after the split, so this was some time ago. I assume he's some kind of elf if he's still alive.
Yeah, let's go ahead and say that large, like, multi-wagoned thing there, like a literal wagon train, has his house's insignia scattered on it.
Let us avoid the train and talk to anyone else.
You like Tom?
Yeah, you're welcome to talk to whoever you really feel like talking to. There are a couple of people wandering, holding signs like on long poles, wagon space for hire, or passengers wanted, or that kind of thing.
Do we want to pay for passage, or do we want to try to bargain ourselves as guards again?
I think at the very least we can try to get a discount.
Who's good at travel arrangements?
I can be fairly persuasive.
And I will.
Right,
I will back you.
Who are you planning on talking to?
So there's
all sorts of people around.
There's a magic wagon. There's an enormous train of conjoined wagons that Kandera said, let's not talk to them. They're these cool, like, rolling towers that are probably part of the security.
Like, how do you want to start this off? Do you just want to start talking to people? Do you want to roll, like, perception, investigation? There's a number of different things you could potentially do.
I think the first thing she'd want to do is try to size up if there is a wagon that looks like it's going out that does not seem like it has great security.
Yeah.
So try to see if there's somewhere that, like, there would be a need that they could fill. But also kind of trying to look like, do any of these people seem like they would be interesting to talk to? Because it's going to be a long time that we're on this. That'd be her, like, two things that she's trying to size up.
Why don't you go ahead and roll an investigation check for me?
Can I assist?
For
Especially
sure.
with the people that need our help.
Yeah.
Seems like the sort of thing Kandra would be able to assist with.
That is a 23.
All right. So you poke around, ducking through the lines of people and goods being loaded up and shifted. And you notice a number of different potential, like I said before, you notice the people that are actively looking for people to ride. But then eventually your investigation sort of listening in leads you to there's a rather large wagon that doesn't seem like it's carrying a whole lot of anything in terms of how much space that could fit in the wagon, but is not got somebody advertising any signs or anything like that, and is just sort of sitting in his spot in line. Yeah, doesn't seem to be doing anything, but is just all by himself. Elderly dwarven fellow.
Well, we have an elderly dwarven fellow.
What are his
I am
legs?
middle-aged at most, you upstart. Magnus will click past on it with his cane.
Well, I apologize, but dwarf to dwarf, might be nice for you to have a traveling companion of a similar species. I don't know if that's racist of me.
A dwarf is a dwarf. Well, I'll do my best to remember that an orc is an orc.
I am, yes.
Librarian, would you like to perhaps go chat with the dwarf with more cart than goods?
Yeah, that seems very doable. She'll kind of.
I will switch to Dwarvish and ask her in Dwarvish, do you understand what I am saying right now?
Why did I not write down languages? That's not like me.
You have a couple, if I recall.
Probably get several,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the background.
Somehow apparently missed that though in my character creation, was writing down languages. If nothing else, though, she has comprehend languages.
Yeah, well, you can
I'll
go
go back to
back
the
and
student.
fix and choose languages when you get a chance.
Yeah, I have to look and figure out how many she actually knows.
At least
It's a little rusty right now.
I feel like a luck check of does she know Dwarvish is the appropriate thing. No, because that was a 3.
I mean, by your standards, a 3 is a pretty high roll.
Start speaking gnomish back.
But
Such a bad joke. Miles had to do a somersault to get away from it.
apparently, if
just
like
for
this is up
students.
for
Sorry.
coming along as her secondary, let's talk, because there's a group of us, but only have a couple people go up, so it's not as intimidating. I think that'd be wise. And she will also cast guidance on herself, because Pact of the Tome is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Kander said he was going to back whatever your play was, so he'll.
All right, so you walk up to this this dwarven fellow who seems to be just sort of relaxing at the front of his wagon. There's a couple horses hooked up to it.
Pardon me. I was wondering where it is that you're heading. There's a group of us who are trying to find a good option for traveling companion.
Well, like everybody else, I'm headed down the Golden Road.
How far?
Eventually, Crater City.
Is that where we want to go?
I don't remember. I don't have the map.
That was the point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tom
Oh,
Happy's home.
okay.
That's,
So
that's
yes.
along our route at the very least.
If I recall right, that's where we were going to pick up a ship potentially.
I think it's the stop. I think it's the city before then, but yeah, it's on the way. It's in the right direction.
It's under some mountains, or well, through mountains.
So yeah, the right way to go.
Is there any possibility that you'd be able to take on 6 passengers who can also help escort? It's a group of people who have a particular set of skills to be able to help out if any trouble comes along.
That depends on who it is that we're talking about.
Well, there's myself. I'm fairly knowledgeable about a lot of things, and I have some magical ability that can be pretty good. My friend here is quite the wizard. We have a silver shield traveling with us as well. We have you are also a wizard, right?
I'm a ranger.
Ranger. I'm thinking of the wrong character.
We have 2 rangers, twice the pathfinding.
Yes. So, people with a decent amount of skill when it comes to finding your way, finding any potential, being able to forage for themselves. We've got people, and all of us are fairly decent in a fight if one happens along.
We have served as caravan guards before.
I certainly don't have the supplies that would be needed to maintain you. Is that going to be a problem?
Well, there's quite a few people who are stuck here, and quite a few of them have perishable goods that might not last very long if they continue to be stuck here. So I feel like we'd be able to either stock ourselves up, or some of our friends would be able to hunt along the way, I believe.
I also stocked up on cooking supplies in Arkbridge. So we should be good for food, at least.
I will growl out in Dwarvish. We are in obviously a buyer's market right now. I think we'll be fine on supplies.
I tell you what, I've got nothing that I'm carrying with me. It, if you can pay me for the feed for the animals, I'm fine carrying you. I think that should end up being about 5 silver for the trip.
Just a second.
That is more money than I have.
Elise will reach into her pouch and pull out a gold.
And he will reach into his pouch and make change.
Oh.
And Magnus will write out a receipt, offer it for him to sign. Hand it to Elise.
Well,
I believe that's what we call a deal.
yeah. Skander will start introducing everyone to this old man. And ask the old man's name.
Yeah. So the old man, His name is Sarek Pine.
Sarek Pine. Who's he pining for?
And he will introduce himself as a traveling druid.
Ooh. What causes you to travel?
I feel uneasy in one place for too long.
Mm,
The sky is too still.
mm. How far have you traveled in your many years?
In all of them, just about everywhere, I'd imagine. At least on the continent.
Have you ever heard word of the Vega leader?
There are a few of you still around.
I'm of the Veta leader. The Vega leader were lost. I didn't know if you'd found them.
I am apologies. I did not realize there were more than one subsect.
There didn't used to be. But when the skies stopped moving, we had to make a choice between following the path we had or following the sky as the weather pattern as it stayed still. Those of us that stayed put became the Veta leader, and those of us who carried on following it became the Vega leader, and we don't know what happened to them.
That I cannot tell you for sure myself.
No matter. You seemed very knowledgeable, so I thought I'd ask. And Kander will continue to make as much conversation with Sarek as Sarek will allow.
Magnus will kind of climb up onto the cart, settle down next to the old druid. Don't mind him. He's quite young.
It's obvious.
Successful roleplay.
Yeah, the cart seems pretty big, but like it really only seems to have this dwarf's personal belongings and stuff inside it.
And now it has our personal belongings inside it.
Yeah.
I will find a somewhat unobserved bit of the cart, towards the back.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just very gently, with a fingertip and a cantrip, carve a thief sign onto the back that says to leave this cart alone.
Sounds good.
Might as well limit at least some of them bother while I'm on this thing.
Yeah. You guys are sort of sitting in amongst the bustle for like another hour before you could notice some of the wagon train begin to roll out onto the road. And it takes, another while before everything gets rolling in a large caravan down the road.
On the road again.
Yeah. Road is especially wide here, and for quite a while before it splits off up into the mountains, and then the road shrinks a little bit. But you know that this is actually one of the widest and most well-kept highways on the continent. That goes from Imar to Trentoria.
Mm.
a lot of the nation's wealth from the south and the west move through that line.
Mhm.
And it's has a higher density of major cities that have survived over the years along that route than other places.
We have a sufficiently deep lore that we have a trade route set up.
Mhm.
It's good. It's good DMA.
Happy. Could you roll me a perception check for me?
All right. $23.
All right. As you are sitting and waiting, and the carts are sort of shifting past you to get into their various positions that they've been assigned in the wagon train, the familiar scent of sugar and flour sort of wafts past your nose. And a cart wheels on past you, taking its position, 4 or 5 wagons ahead of you in the train, and has a very familiar logo on it. What does this logo look like?
It's got like it's like the Pillsbury Doughboy, except it's kind of a green goblin looking figure, like kind of standing with like an odd shaped like pulling out a baking tray but holding it, and it's got kind of little like little weird looking pastries on it for the logo. They look more rock like.
Friar Fat Boy.
When you say green goblin like, do you mean like a goblin that is green, or do you mean like Norman Osborn?
Like a goblin that's green.
Okay. We've got Willem Dafoe's face on this card.
Maybe that's better.
They're not mutually exclusive.
True. He could be a goblin.
Yeah, so you make note of that fact that that exists within this caravan here.
I picture like in a cartoon, there's like the steam coming off, and it like catches your nose and like levitates you along.
Oh yeah. It's like got a separate like side window that just has pies cooling for no reason.
Yep.
Perpetually going.
It's the magical ever cooling pie just to make customers attracted.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you point at the pie that you want, and then they're like, "Oh, okay," and then they pull it out from somewhere else, and you're like, "Oh," but you most of the time you'd be too nervous to actually like be like, "No, I want it from that one," and you just
The
take this
steam
like
rising off it is
straight
actually a smoke elemental.
A pie elemental.
Yeah.
And this is,
Comically hooks its fingers into your nose.
this is how your old crew smuggle things, right? I'm remembering that correctly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
We don't know that though, right?
I
don't think
know
so.
that.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
It is not in my journal, therefore my character probably does not know this.
Well,
Yeah.
at least it will smell pleasant.
Yeah,
the trip.
you get your cart is a few carts back, and so you guys sort of are, a light scent of delicious baked goods, sugar and whatnot wafts past your cart pretty regularly as you trundle along. In the late afternoon, early evening, as you pass, as you leave the foothills of the mountains near Imar in your rear, Candor, everybody, you hear murmuring and pointing from down the wagon train, and can very quickly see in the sky ahead of you a strip of sky seems to be sort of, what would be the right word?
Broken.
Broken.
Oh no, this again.
It every once in a while seems to shift from its normal sky pattern to the pattern, like a strip of night sky, and then a strip of just like this colored cacophony before snapping back to its regular look.
Can we tell how far away that is?
It does not look like it's overly far away. Candor actually is knows because he's been to that location on the road before. I'm injecting something into your story at the moment.
Oh,
so, given that it is the closest point to your new home, that the traveling way crosses the main road.
Okay.
And so you could tell that this strip of sky seems to, at least in the short term, follow the traveling way.
Well, I will share this with the party and see if anybody else has any insight about wacky sky shenanigans before suggesting that we investigate as best we can. Could be involved in all the strangeness that's going on that's brought us together that we're trying to investigate. Emerald, does it look limbo adjacent?
I can roll to know that, I guess.
Yeah, from this distance, you don't feel the pressure of the same amount of energies, but visually, at least the cacophonous colored section looks limbo-esque. The wagons, although they seem to stutter a bit and not moving as forward as quickly, do not seem to be planning on, pausing ahead of this phenomena. But instead are seemingly just content to drive under it, and
so that's like crossing the road.
Yeah, it'll cross the road in the sky. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I moved you back to the map section.
Yeah.
Just imagine your little dotted line there.
Okay.
As it crosses the road.
So we don't need to abandon Carrick to go investigate this. We will.
No, it'll be right above you as you travel along the road here.
I think Unless someone stops him, Cantor will probably start to sing a little bit to himself. Just old Lita walking songs. I don't think he's terrible at performance. So
You're welcome to leave it at that, or you're
Yeah.
welcome to roll if you want to see what you're subjecting people to.
oh no. That's a 10.
There we go.
Very
is
mediocre travel
perfectly
songs.
average. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not most people who can't sing.
Your
are
average
like a
human's
2.
average.
Yeah. But with like the slightly lower register of an orc.
How far away is the shapes?
They're approaching. They'll be overhead shortly.
Like within a mile, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I want to see if it's a portal using my detect portal ability.
Yeah.
Horizon Walker.
Which I guess is debatable what could be considered a portal, but I guess yeah, I'm more just trying to
Go
figure
for it.
out, is it a thing that stuff will move through?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess actually it's probably not, I probably don't even really need to use it, but well, it's more just yeah, it'll be yes or no. That
Is it a portal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Horizon Walker. Detect portal. Planar portal, yada yada yada. Yeah. It seems to like flicker.
Mhm.
Along with the changes in visual. But it does read as yeah, like a, what would you call that? A threshold of some kind.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess the difference would be like, well, in my mind, it would be a hole big enough for stuff to get through versus like a crack or like stable enough.
Yeah, it
So, yeah.
certainly seems big enough that if
Mhm.
you got up there or something was up there or
Mhm.
whatever, something could make it through the space that it is taking up.
This opening may allow creatures to traverse into our plane. We must be on alert.
This is a different meaning of under the open sky. If there's literally a door opening in the sky.
Maybe this is where your friends went.
Maybe.
If they followed the sky long enough.
Maybe so.
This is why dirt is better.
Dirt is what we usually walk on.
Yeah. So there's certainly a lot of chatter and talking down, up and down the wagons. People talking or shouting from wagon to wagon about what the heck is going on. You do make note that like up and down the train, there's at least a couple of spellcasters that do one thing or another. Whether you hear chanting on the wind or see the visual representations of people sort of trying to figure stuff out or that kind of thing.
Mhm.
And yeah. as the evening comes and you cross beneath the sort of gash in the sky, the wagon train sort of comes to a halt. You can see just off the road here is a section that is obviously used for camping and whatnot, but there does not seem to be an immediate rush to leave the road as of yet. And there's a few people riding up and down the column. With whether you catch somebody's ear or overhear somebody else do the same, there seems to be debate amongst the wagon master and the other people in charge of whether or not staying so close to this phenomenon is wise, or whether or not it's like this, or trying to move this wagon train to another camping area in the dark is the debate being had up and down the way, with the eventual result being when some of the wagons just of their own accord leave the road. There just is a slow giving up of the discussion rather than any actual conclusion actually being had.
The debate goes on long enough that people get tired of waiting and just make camp.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be under the hole in the sky?
I imagine very conflicting for you especially. In terms of what just it normally feels like physically, would probably depend on how comfortable you are around magical effects and that kind of thing. It certainly isn't having some sort of direct physical effect down here on the ground. For you, you are watching this line of clear sky, which now that it's night, you're getting flashes of day instead of and so there's this thing that hasn't been around for a while of the way that seems to sort of be at least somewhat asserting itself in some way, which means even though it hasn't been around, it must still in some way exist for it to be having an effect that is connected to this space. Which is odd in some.
It's more than just the traditions of my people. It's there was actually a thing we were following. As opposed to just
which might be just in and of itself pretty mind shattering. And then on top of that, there's some sort of weird corruptive or whatever you might whatever word you might come to the conclusion of, whether it's corruptive or whether this is good and it's trying to reassert itself, or but then you have this connection to all the stuff that just happened to your new home, the silver shields, that you have this connection to this weird limbo space.
Everything is changing and up in the air, and chaos everywhere.
Might be the best
dissonance,
way of describing it.
I think Andrew's going to spend most of the night staring at this, trying to figure out how he feels about it, what he's supposed to do with this, thinking about the stories of the leader that he grew up with. And I think he's just going to pester all the smart people in the group for anything they can tell him about what's going on up there. He'll bug Emerald, he'll bug Magnus, he'll bug Elise, he'll bug Owain to see if there's anything that he knows from the far past. He might even go out and try to find those other casters that are in the caravan that he heard doing
Yeah,
stuff. Like Tander's going to go on like, what can you tell me about this thing in the sky mode?
Yeah. There certainly would not be difficult for you to find. The casters seem to have similar ideas as you in terms of like, there's like a spot that you catch sight of something magical happening and you wander over, and there's like a number of casters and whatnot in deep discussion about something. One of them has a pair of sending stones that he's like chatting every once in a while with somebody, from what it sounds like back, in somewhere that there's some reference books around, because they like ask questions, and then and later on, like somebody will call back with an answer to some.
I mean, if they'll listen to me, I'll explain the whole connection to the Leda and the fact this is the path that we used to follow, and any sort of old folk tales about the open sky that we followed. I don't know if that's useful to any of them or if any of them care, but Kander will
There's
try to
certainly
be
a lot of
helpful.
notes being taken and whatnot. But as the last of the caravans and stuff wind themselves down for the night, in this open space, there's like a lot of like paths and whatnot scattered around, and tents that have popped up here and there. There is sort of a tearing noise that comes from the sky where you are looking, and everybody, no matter where you are in camp, has for a moment the exact same sort of thing that their eyes. I don't know. I struggled with a good way of describing what I'm trying to. Everybody sees the exact same thing at the exact same time,
even though our perspectives are different.
Yes, even though your perspectives are different. And that is, for just a moment, every one of you is looking like inches away at a like stone wall. And it sort of is there long enough that like you can like turn your head around, and it just like that's what you see. And then like the tearing noise sort of stops, and in the aftermath of the weirdness that was, standing in the woods not too far from where camp has been set up, is a tall, semi-dilapidated stone tower. That is silhouetted with the moon sort of behind it in the sky. And seems to be pretty overgrown.
Was it there before?
It certainly was not there before.
I vote we go look at that.
All of you, I believe, or at least most of you, or at least a few of you, were in the office of the Silver Shields when the report was being given. And there was a rumor about a tower of similar description that had been sent in by a number of oath holds from different places around the country. And this seems to follow at least the majority of that description.
Was there anything in the records about what happened when people tried to investigate it, or?
Nope, just that there had been rumors of a tower showing up that wasn't there before or out, that didn't seem to stay around forever, but
people who encountered this tower tended to live, die.
All that you got from it was that the reports of sightings of the tower. There were no reports of like people going to investigate and that kind of stuff. And all those reports came in with the other reports in the aftermath of the Limbo
shakeup.
Lightning incident.
I'm just gonna point at the tower and big monster, like fun D&D stuff. Let's.
Wayne would certainly be very interested in checking out what this place is.
We cannot
Most of
learn
the camp
more.
seems to be under the impression that the best thing to do is to shift where all the guards are to the edge of the forest in that direction, or most of the guards. There's even the wagons that you saw that were like the little towers are like shifted around a little bit to be closer to that side.
Magnus will begin negotiations to extract a fee from the merchants for us to go investigate this tower.
There's whispering back and forth about your talk back and forth. Eventually, so you get shoved along in the direction of the wagon master, which his office seems to be in that long wagon train. Not all of you necessarily have to go to that.
I'll go, but I won't
meeting.
go in.
But you certainly can have a conversation with the caravan master about the tower. So I hear that you are planning to take a look at the tower.
Well,
certainly you can bring back whatever information you find. We would be happy to listen.
It's there. You all seem worried about it. Let us put
for sure.
Ease.
I'm sure you're worried about it too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You'd be in bed. But don't worry, the protection of the camp is under control.
I see. Well, if you are confident in the protection of the camp, then I won't bother you any longer. I'll just, any and all proceeds from the exploration will remain with us.
Well, I would point out that as members of, let's see here, he pulls a sheet of paper towards him. Sarek Pine's wagon. Leaving the train does remove you from any sort of liability for your safety on my part. Certainly, if you found something in the woods, I would not stake a claim or anything of the sort. Now, if you found something in the woods and needed help in its recovery, that's a secondary conversation.
Yes, I see you intend to be about as helpful as you intend to be. I'm glad we had this conversation. We understand each other.
Good. Let me know how it goes.
As I leave, I will find an unobserved part of his wagon and leave a thief sign. Steal exclusively this one.
Sounds good.
Caravans give me Hydro Express vibes. Did you have any luck with the negotiations, Magnus?
Oh, they don't intend to stop us. They also don't intend to help in any way.
Not
or-
surprised.
No.
No, that they didn't. The person they're working for didn't get as wealthy as he is by helping people.
No, he is very, very content to bury his head in the sand here.
But adventure, strangeness, a mystery to solve. Even if we aren't getting paid, there's certainly plenty of reason to investigate this tower.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find something to make it worth our while.
I mean, if nothing else, we can provide a bit more information than the Silver Shields already have on this thing.
Yes, the Silver Shields will certainly receive any useful information.
Well, yes, I'll tell them.
Yes.
Was that not clear?
No. I'm just specifying who might receive information. The Silver Shields. The caravan, not so much.
I mean, if there's something dangerous that people need to know about.
I don't think he needs to know.
But the people might need to know. Well, it'll depend on what we find. Let's go.
Yes, we know nothing until we investigate.
Let's go know something.
All right.
If it's truly dangerous, Candor, we will tell them.
Good. Out
We'll
of
stop
curiosity.
it.
Or
Not.
we'll all die.
Also possible. Is this to the west of the road or the east of the road?
Let's see here. It is to the east of the road.
Good. There's going to be something. I don't know if this will show on. This will probably show on Candor's face because Candor is incapable of suppressing emotion. But there is something like. It's not like holy or anything, but there is something like quasi-sacred about walking along the right path. Like west to east is the way this route went.
Mhm.
So like he's following the way for the first time in his life, like in a like significant way, with like the weird open sky above him. Like there's something right about this, even though we're walking towards a creepy teleporting tower that isn't supposed to be there.
My thing did not save here. Just a second.
Oh,
So I gotta re-put it on the page.
the tower is teleported away. Well, we
Yeah,
spent the time
it
talking to the
teleported.
caravan master.
Teleported right out of the
Mhm.
roll
It's
20
just
too.
flickering a bit. We'll be fine.
Bunkie settlements. I don't remember what that means.
Yeah. All right. And take that away. All right. So you leave camp
Mm-hmm.
and make your way into the woods. There is a lot of like curiosity at your departure.
Candor tells everyone exactly what he is under the impression they're doing.
Elise,
Yes.
as you sort of breach into the woods themselves and begin sort of winding your way through the underbrush towards the tower. You make note out of the corner of your eye that another shape, also a little ways away, seems to enter the woods from the camp.
Okay.
You catch the shape of, a humanoid shape in the silhouetted by the camp, the light coming from the camp before it disappears into the dark of the woods. Yeah.
Okay. Just so you know, we're not the only ones coming this direction.
Oh? Should we invite them to join us?
I'm not sure who it is or what they intend.
Can you point them out to me? I don't see them.
Further along the tree line, I don't think that they're not visible from here, but I saw them going in.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for them. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Just to clarify, we're moving through what kind of terrain right now?
Woods.
Cool. That is my natural explorer terrain.
You've activated his trap card.
We've
I'm
gone
going to-
outside.
I'm going to use Mask of the Wild, kind of blend in and move along with the party, but separate a little bit so I can keep an eye on them differently.
Okay.
Mask of the Wild just allows me to stay hidden when I'm in lightly obscured by natural terrain.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can use that in this current environment to your favor.
If you want it, there's a hide. What is stealth check of mod by 20.
All right.
And a perception check of 21.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. So you, having been alerted to the reality of somebody being in amongst the trees with you, you two sort of note this other shape that seems to be keeping pace with the party, but a little ways away, but obviously attempting to stay hidden. Is there any sort of response or anything that you want to do about that, or should I just move us along with that reality, you being aware of that reality?
We're aware of that. We're being more cautious about it, but we're moving on, I think.
Okay.
I don't think there's much that I can do about it at this stage.
I'm not saying you have to do anything. I was just asking the question. All right. You move yourselves along through the woods. The flickering sky above you is certainly odd. and makes for difficult to like the lighting is just always changing.
Mm-hmm. The sun's
in-
coming up every couple of seconds. Yeah.
yeah, things like are flashing here and there. But as you move closer to the tower, as it approaches, and you can see the top of it through breaks in the tree, the flickering seems to slow in intensity, and what takes its place is sort of red, this reddish light suffused through the canopy.
And the tower is still there?
The tower is still there, although it is, like I said, bathed in this reddish light.
That makes me as a player worried, but Kander doesn't know anything about the color red, so he's just going to keep on heading towards the tower.
Let's just get rid of a couple of these things here. Okay. Yeah. It's the best I can do since the tower disappeared. All right.
Sometimes you got to improvise.
So you can see sort of the map, the overworld map is not, perfectly detailed or whatever. But there is a river that runs sort of adjacent to the Golden Road, sort of semi-parallel to the Golden Road to the sea.
Mhm.
You can see that there. And you can hear sort of some water flowing through the forest here. And there's sort of an opening in the woods you can see a little ways ahead of you. And in the woods, you can see the base of the tower slam down into the ground, and this red light that suffuses the area. And there seem to be a number of reddish vines sort of running here and there around the ground.
I mean, let's just go into the redness and see what's going on.
All right, let me grab your characters from, where's the last place I had your characters? On the boat, I think.
I am very afraid now.
Be afraid.
So he's looking for our character token, so it is time to be concerned.
I'm afraid of the red.
Red is never good.
Okay, shift you guys over.
Red light has to be evil. It's true. That's what Star Wars taught us.
If it's a laser and it's red, it's good. But if it's a laser sword and it's red, it's bad.
So yeah, you approach, and there's like a low crumbling wall that seems to separate the area within this clearing from the rest of the forest.
Does the wall seem like the wall that we saw when there was the tearing sound?
I mean, you can see that it's made out of similar stone work, but so is the tower itself. Where is that?
Just look at my pencil, go back in here at some point.
No, that's not what I want. That's what I get for the stupid thing disappearing on me. There we go.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do that and move that.
Never fun having to recreate a map in the middle of a session.
Oh yeah, just real quick, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's move you guys over here.
Oh, that's a lot of red.
Oh dear. Is that the right number? Yes. Yes.
Yep.
All
So
the numbers
yeah,
are
make sure your character sheets are doing what they should.
We are currently in darkness. Is that where we should be?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do the piece down here.
There's just a path into the.
Yeah, there seems to be sort of a crumbling opening in the wall.
Well, I see. Oh, those look like bones.
Oh yeah, there's bodies in there.
I'm sure that's fine.
Looks like we really want to touch the red crystals there.
Yeah, that seems.
The ones that seem to be growing out of the corpses.
They're
I-
most.
Magnus, do you understand what we're looking at?
I see mining picks, corpses, and crystals. Rarely do those make a good combination. Aaron, do I recognize the minerals that I see?
Yeah, why don't you see? You know, we've talked about this in the past. You have some adjacent familiarity with some Magitech stuff. So you recognize this as a non-planar native mineral that's used in a lot of Magitech.
I will explain that this is a non-planar crystal formation, and that while it appears in a lot of Magitech, it looks quite dangerous to harvest.
What sorts of magical devices is it used in? Because it doesn't look helpful.
Would you like me to make
you
something
know
up,
that,
Aaron, or did you have an idea?
Yeah, why don't you roll an Arcana check?
Guidance.
With guidance.
With guidance. Okay. Papa. Ooh, okay. Okay. 26.
Yeah, they you've seen a few different Magitech devices, but this particular the coloration and the shaping of how they're grown directly reminds you of a couple of devices that you've seen that are very useful in connecting disparate places together, either portals or powering like Misty Step equivalents or that kind of thing.
And there's a lot of it here. Okay. Are there actually bodies?
There are actually bodies. That's not just a map. Although it did come with a map like that, but
Are they recently dead?
There's skeletons.
if you want to go take a closer look at
I
the
will
ones
go-
nearby to you,
I will go take a closer look.
yeah. So you go take a closer look, and it looks like the one there has been dead for a while.
Mm.
But it does seem to you that the crystals are growing sort of through and out of, rather than like this thing has been set onto a pile or into a pile of crystal.
So
Like
the
it's
crystal,
grown around the bones.
did it grow around the bones or out of the body?
Out of the body.
It's alien, but with crystals.
Yes. As you sort of step into the sort of more open area that's, you're out of the dampening effects of the trees around and whatnot, you can hear sort of soft and repetitive from a few places around this clearing, this clink, clink, clink noise that's over and over and over again.
Where's the nearest one coming from?
Can
I? Oh,
Also, just as a precaution in case if we're seeing these things are growing out of bodies,
yeah.
Elise would suggest
not
that we like mask up in case there's something airborne that's like attaching to bodies and then out of them.
I would not have thought of that. I have this cloak that Magnus got me. I guess I'll use that to fashion a kind of like face covering.
You certainly can. Does everybody take the advice or no?
Yeah.
Say Magnus will don his dwarven breathing apparatus, which does almost nothing but will filter particulates.
I have a scarf of fresh air, which means I'm immune to airborne disease.
Hey,
Perfect.
So I bundle that a little bit more.
I just have a regular scarf.
Yeah, let's see. The closest sound that you can hear would probably be coming from, let's see, make sure others can see this direction.
all right. I mean, Gander will start moving in that direction. I think we'll sort of give this a bit of a berth. Just move on that away.
All right.
Say, follow the candor. My meat shield can't get too far away.
I'll also kind of keep an eye for if there's any of this crystal that looks like it's kind of like loose on the ground.
Yeah, you can certainly
And, like-
see some of it here and there, like little scraps of it.
And maybe like mage hand it into a spare pouch.
Okay.
So no touchy, but collect.
No touchy.
All right. All right. Why don't we stop moving right about there, everybody? All right. So you come around the corner and swinging pickaxes down at chunks of this crystal and busting off pieces in a very like monotonous and repetitive way. Are some very pale skinned humanoids in sort of oddly bulging sort of clothing.
Oddly bulging, as though they have like chunks of crystal coming out of them at odd angles. That kind of bulging, or are they just really
Hard
happy to see us?
tell.
Or
It doesn't seem like there's anything like protruding through the clothing they're wearing. No.
well, hello. I'm Gander of the Lead. Are you all right?
One of them will sort of look up at you, pausing mid-swing, and then will sort of squint and then return to his ka-tink, ka-tink, ka-tink.
Does he appear to be in control of himself?
Insight, I guess, would be the way to go there.
Good.
Guidance.
Oh, that could make a. Ooh, yes. Thanks. 19.
Yeah. So, there does seem to be a roughness about the movement. That would seem to indicate that he's under some sort of compulsory effect.
I think they're being compelled. Can anyone fix that?
Not for someone else.
So if we were to gauge skill in levels, I would need 2 more before I could do such a thing to affect it.
Good to know. Good to know.
Sometimes if you hit them hard enough, it jogs them out of it.
I'm loath to attack people.
Could be the only way to save them.
I wonder what happens if we stop them from mining. Emerald?
Depending on the source of the compulsion, I may have something that could help.
Say more.
But I would have to approach and make physical contact.
I will approach with you and we'll see how that goes.
Yes, if they are compelled by an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead, and if it is a charming condition, then it will give them a better chance to escape.
Okay.
I have protection from evil and good.
May we approach?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead and shift yourselves. All right, so you're gonna attack. You're gonna cast protection from evil and good.
Yep. On the guy on the left.
All right. Yada yada yada. If they're already, I get advantage of the new saving throw on any new saving.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't give them a saving throw.
It
also
says, if the target's already possessed, charmed, or frightened by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect. It doesn't directly precipitate a check, but a generous DM may allow that.
Yeah, in this particular case, it's unique anyway. So,
or if it's something that they're repeatedly saving against.
Yes. All right, so you reach out and touch the miner and cast your spell, and a couple of things happen in succession. Number one, the sort of the pickaxe that's embedded currently in the crystal just gets dropped by this creature, who then puts both hands on either side of its head and like falls down into the fetal position and just starts like whine, like it's a very unpleasant, like half whine, half growling noise that is emitted. Does not seem to affect the other one, who just keeps swinging away. But the second thing that happens is that some of the loose root material that's here and there in the dirt sort of snaps up out of the dirt at you, Emerald. So you do manage to sort of just step back in time, but we will go ahead and put you guys on initiative.
Initiativo. I will defer to Emerald.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Initiative. Time to roll that shit.
Roll that shit.
Ba-ba-ba-dum, ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bum.
Ba-da-ba-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yep, there we go.
This would happen after I stopped preparing protection from evil and good.
You know what? Got to do it right after you.
I wouldn't have had it, but my subclass gives it to me.
Good subclass.
Yeah.
Very
I
apt
also
for this campaign.
technically have it. I just never remember what it does.
Makes,
There we go.
Makes people hard to hit, be charmed, or afraid by some stuff from out of this plane, basically.
And also makes these miners go into a fetal position.
Yeah.
It's in the third paragraph of the spell. What is that? What is that?
It's just a bunch of roots and vines and.
Roots and vines trying to kill Emerald.
All right. Robert.
All right. Robert is, as a bonus action, going to rage. And I think I'm going to do the damage one, which is the bear. I want
The damage resistance one?
Yeah.
Should be bear.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yep, bear. Okay, so I'm resistant. So with that, I have resistance to every damage type except for force, necrotic, psychic, and radiant.
Whoa. They
Okay.
nerfed the shit out of that.
Yeah. But you can choose which one you take every rage now, as opposed to pick once when you level.
Cool.
So lot more flexibility.
And then I will take out my sword and try and hit these roots if they're targetable.
Yeah, they're targetable.
All right.
Your mom is targetable.
Oh my gosh. That's a 25 to hit.
That'll hit. FYI, can you see that aura?
No.
No.
Okay. What do I have to
If
do?
you, whenever token the aura is on, there'll be that double click menu where you put in hit points and all that.
Yeah.
If you go down to the auras, there's a C option next to it.
Ah, yep. There we go.
Oh no.
Yep, that's Magnus is the smart one.
Difficult terrain.
Oh, okay.
All
As
right.
lots of other vines and roots and stuff are sort of, roiling in the dirt here. All right. What do you do in terms of damage?
All right. I will do.
Yes. Dumb.
What do you do with a drunken
That's 16 slashing damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I use my fighting style to sap it.
Ooh.
So it has disadvantage on the next attack roll before the. I think it's
Your next turn.
before my next turn.
Okay.
I also have that weapon mastery.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's it for me.
All right. Wayne.
All right. These roots just appear to be coming out of the ground, correct?
Yeah, I mean, there's overgrowth like all over the place, but
Mhm.
this particular section seems to be more active.
And this happened immediately after we started interfering with the miners.
Correct?
Can I roll a nature check to see if this is some sort of plant monster I could have heard of?
Yeah.
The end goal of that is to be kind of see if I can locate are these vines the enemy, or is there like something else nearby that we have to target?
Yeah.
Oh right, nature is an in skill.
Got to know
That-
your taxonomy.
Yep. That makes that a 16, which is still pretty good.
Yeah, you know that there are a number of different sort of plant type creatures out there. There certainly are some that have tendril like pieces that shoot off from a main body. But those tend to be few and farther between and have a more prominent central feature of some kind. So you're pretty positive that this is
Yep.
That attacking this section will be what you
Do the
want to do.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I will attack. First with the glaive. That will be a 19.
That'll hit.
That is a D10. Where's my dice?
What is
There.
my die?
So it's 11 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And I'm also going to use the Polearm Master for the bonus attack.
Mm-hmm.
which is a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's what I thought. 5 damage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Does the bludgeoning seem to have the same kind of effect as the slashing?
Yeah, it seems to be
Sure.
effective. You know.
That will be my turn.
Okay. Looks like we're over to Emerald.
All right. I'm going to activate Planar Warrior as a bonus action and choose the plants, which will give me an extra D8 of force damage if I hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will draw my curved blade and strike.
Ooh.
A 25.
Yep, absolutely.
So then that's 10 plus 4. I deal 14 damage. 5 of its force, if that matters.
I think it turns all. I think it turns all the damage into force,
Let me double
unless they
check
change
that.
the wording on that.
Yeah, all the damage dealt. You're right. So it's all force damage.
Yeah, that's Either way, it's good. So
How are these vines doing?
how much did you say that was?
14.
14. Oh, you've really ripped them up pretty well.
Mhm.
You know, they're still moving around and active, but
And I think the way
one
that
one could say, sapped.
Oh,
the way that
Oh.
power looks
I wouldn't say bloodied, but
the way that power
Because,
looks
you
for
no blood.
Emerald, I think of it as like she like starts a normal swing, but then there's like sort of telekinesis behind
Mhm.
it, and it like moves with like it wouldn't necessarily be perceptible, but if someone was a sword wielder, they would be like, huh, like those moves are extra fast.
very cool.
And I'm not going to move, so I am done.
okay. That brings us to Candor.
I swing a sword at the vines. I only roll a 14.
That'll hit.
Oh! I'm shocked and appalled. I'm going to go ahead and use my once a short rest extra D8 from orchestrating. 15 slashing damage.
Okay.
I have no desire to move anywhere, so I will end my turn, Kaipo.
Mhm.
Once per short rest, but yeah. Now there are 2 of them.
Oh no.
This is getting out of hand.
There's
Oh.
more than
Oh. Now there are 3 of them. This is getting out of hand.
2.
All right.
Well, Magnus, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah. No.
Emerald, you are attacked again by the one that's started this mess.
It has disadvantage from Robert's
Oh,
sapping.
that's true. It's good because that was a 20.
No.
I still think it's going to hit, but it's not going to be a crit. 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Can you take 10 bludgeoning damage?
Yes.
And you are currently grappled.
Cool.
Mm.
All right. Magnus. One of these vine things bursts from the foliage behind you, and tries to wrap a tendril around your legs, but catches a particularly sharp part of your braces and doesn't manage to grab hold. And Elise, that's also a 22 to hit.
Uh-huh.
I would like to click my stopwatch,
Okay.
and I would like it to re-roll that attack, please.
All
That's
right. Instead, it's a 14.
That'll still hit because she does not have great armor.
Oh.
Oh,
We tried.
All right.
Thank you, though.
Very bad
8.
harm.
Don't you have?
8.
Oh, no, I have a mage armor round.
Yeah.
That worked in.
Oh, okay.
What is that?
I think it's 13 plus dex, unless they changed it.
Oh, yeah, no, she just has no dex.
Oh, okay.
So it's 13.
So it is correct.
All right.
Character's gonna
So,
survive.
so that'll be 8 bludgeoning damage, and you two are currently grappled.
Okay.
All right.
This is what I get for not immediately smiting.
Yeah, definitely your fault.
Gander certainly thinks so.
I used my smite.
Yeah.
All right. Elise.
Plain smite.
Yes, I'm looking up a thing.
Yep, no problem.
Spells.
Spells.
So she casts everything at 2nd level now. So she's gonna go ahead and cast
right.
her.
Before we finish casting the spell,
Ooh.
you begin the process of uttering your magical your phrasing here. Oh wait, I guess I should have asked. Does your spell have verbal components?
Yes.
Okay. You begin uttering, and the plant sort of grabs down on you, attempting to press the air from your lungs before you get a chance to get your spell off.
Okay.
Can you make me a concentration check?
I love these plants.
I can try. And I don't have warcast.
So how much damage did Elise take?
8.
16.
All right, you are good to go. You can finish casting your spell.
Yes. So she's gonna be casting Armor of Akathis, and a rim of frost just goes down from head to foot.
10 temporary hit points and 10 cold damage to things that hit you.
Yep.
Sounds good.
And plants notoriously hate the cold.
Yeah.
The winter.
Anything else?
No, I don't think I have anything. I don't have anything I can do as a bonus action, and I'm being held, so
Okay.
I think I'm done.
Magnus.
okay. So the circles are difficult terrain.
Yep.
Well, that's irritating, but
Are the overlapping areas double difficult terrain?
No.
about how deep does the water look?
You could trudge through it.
Okay.
We'll just say that the water itself is difficult terrain too.
Yep. This is a multi-turn activity, is what I'm guessing from this. Just let me make sure I'm reading this spell correctly.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay.
You
So
must be
I am
standing
going-
in water to cast this spell.
I'm going to say Magnus is going to move himself to here. Just about get him out of those things. Almost. And I can see several grappled people, but I can also see the cleric is being grappled.
Mhm.
Or you're a warlock, right? Yeah. The other squishy.
Warlock, yes.
Yeah, the other squishy person. And Magnus is going to just growl under his breath. This is not turning into a good evening. And say, if I can't save you that way, then, and make a ripping motion with his hand like he's pulling something back. And I am going to cast Vortex Warp
Mm.
Oh yeah.
on Elise.
Oh, thanks.
Yeet the warlock.
Yes.
All right. Do you choose to fail?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is big old pile of crystal up here. That'll be safe, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Should
I
put her
was
up here.
I was planning to drop her there.
Oh,
Okay. So we can shift her over
Rather,
that.
rather than getting her completely out of the fight.
so that she'll
Yeah.
be in the front ranks for whatever comes out of the tower. Yes.
Oh, we're in for a horrible fight regardless. But
Okay. Anything else?
that is my action. That is all of my movement. I have cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
I will mark down my spell slot, but
Number 8 points.
Sounds like a wizarding turn.
yeah, I believe that's all I've got for right now.
All right. We're back to Happy.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna hit this root again.
Okay.
That's 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
All right. That's 10 slashing damage, and it's sapped again.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that thing. What is my weapon even?
You slash into it. And it reacts by sort of excreting some fluid from within the vine. I believe the only person currently grappled is Emerald.
Oh.
So let's give you some more damage, Emerald.
That's okay. We can
Emerald.
skip that part.
You take 6 poison damage.
Yay.
All right. Learned something in the moment.
Your kind is immune to that, right, Tim?
Nope.
Tim is, but Emerald isn't.
All right. Anything else?
I think no. I will stay resolute here.
Okay.
Did the vine still appear to take damage, or was it all just poison onto?
It took
Emerald.
damage.
Okay.
It just reacted to the damage.
Okay.
So it doesn't have a reaction.
Hopefully, it can only do that once. We'll find out on Owain's turn, I guess.
Okay. Then we're on to Owain.
Do I get any sense that these are separate creatures?
Yeah, it seems like it. Just
Okay.
the same type of creature.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea that is absolutely unorthodox.
Love it.
Can I use? I would like what I'm looking to do is cast Entangle.
Yep.
But rather than use it to pull, like to grapple the creature, I want to use it to help grab vines off of Emerald.
Do you want to ungrapple?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So 20-foot square. There's just vines and things kind of
Yeah.
kind of centered on me, but stretching out towards Emerald.
Yep.
Is where these kind of my control of vines will be. And using that to kind of pull away and open up gaps for Emerald to move free on.
Yeah, absolutely. You can just make that happen with the casting of Entangle.
Cool.
Nice. Unentangle.
So, go forth. Do murder.
Yay.
I suppose they still have a bonus action. Let's go ahead and pull our master thump it.
Don't you have to take the attack action to do that? Or did they change full arm master?
I don't know. They might have.
They may have.
Let me reread the full text of it. 1 second.
There's typically, the only way to make one bonus action attack, in my experience, is a magic item.
When you take the attack action, yes, you're correct. Thank you.
No fun allowed.
Because it's
Okay.
it's like a offhand attack technically.
Yeah.
I will use my bonus action to instead mark this vine down here as the Slayer's prey.
Oh.
Okay.
He'll be my next target.
Sounds good. Emerald, you have been freed from the vines.
Yay.
Be free.
I will use Planar Warrior again. And I will remember to use Nick, which allows me to still make my offhand attack, even though I'm using my bonus action.
Nick is cool.
First attack is 21. We'll just say I only had one sword out initially. And that is 10 force damage.
Okay.
And then the second attack is only an 11. So
that will miss.
Misses. Yeah. But at least I made the attack this time.
Yeah.
Memory.
I know how to play my character. Hell yeah. And I'm not going to move because I don't want to be attacked. So I am finished.
Although, what does that mean again?
What does what mean again?
Miles is
so if you want, given that he used Entangle to pull that thing off of you, and Entangle does provide advantage to people attacking entangled creatures, you can reroll and try that attack again.
Ooh.
I'll reroll the first one in case it's a crit. Okay, it's not.
Oh yeah, go.
I'll reroll the second one. Okay, does a We're right on the edge because I know a 14 hit. This is a 13.
A 13 will also hit.
Yay!
I'm guessing the number is 12.
And 3 more damage will happen.
You, this entangled vine and whatnot is like sort of pulled down to the ground, and you could sort of find in the writhing mass this part that centrally bursts from the ground. And you just slice that little bit, and this section of the writhing plant goes limp.
Yeah, we did it.
And of course, it was the one on
On the initiative there. Yay!
every time. Let's see. I think it was 13.
I think that's right. Yeah.
All right, Candor. Unless Emerald had something else.
Nope. Well, I guess I could move.
Yep, you could
So
give that fetal man an attack of opportunity.
He's a warcaster. He
make
casts
it
inflict wounds.
about there. So okay, that's me.
Okay. Candor.
Question.
Yeah.
Jumping.
Yeah.
I have to run in a straight line and then
Yeah.
jump. There's some bone crystals in the way that I don't know how
I
tall
think
they
you can
are.
make it straight enough that it's all right.
Okay. Okay. Do you want me to roll athletics, or does this just happen because I have the strength to make it happen?
Absolutely. You just make it happen.
I splash into the river and attack the vines. I
Okay.
roll another 14.
Yep, that'll hit.
This time I will smite.
All right, smite away.
Yeah.
I think I roll less damage than when I didn't smite.
That can happen.
13 in a mixture of slashing and radiant.
Okay.
This completes the candoring. Why is Google telling me things?
Because it likes destroying the water supply.
Apparently.
Candor.
Yes.
22 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Wait, no.
No?
I mean, yes, but it is sapped, so attacking things other than me would have disadvantage.
You're right. I forgot that this one got sapped too.
Yes. Actually, wait, is it just the next? It's just the next attack roll, so it does have disadvantage on this attack against me.
Yeah. What is that? The
long sword weapon master.
16.
16 will miss.
All right. And then the other side here will once again try to grab Magnus and will not succeed again. You guys get high enough level that I get multi-attack. That's going to be great.
Yes.
Magnus.
You are muted.
Yeah, sorry about that. My internet connection decided to die on me.
That's
No
all
problem.
right.
How
It
could you?
died. It died just before one of the vine monsters did.
Yeah. Nobody's currently grappled. The upper one has taken some damage.
Okay. We'll head over this way so I'm out of their little circles. And
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
again, still trying to figure out how wizards work.
Sometimes they cast spells, sometimes they cast cantrips, sometimes they hit people with a stick, but only in direst necessity.
Yeah. That is a lot of utility and not much in terms of damage dealing. So a fiery knife will head for this one over here.
That's
As
a
I will
knife.
cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Say, hoping these plants Ooh, that's a 14. I don't know if that hits.
It will hit.
It's all I've rolled against these things.
Ah. Hey, max damage.
What is max damage?
10.
Okay.
At this level, it's 10.
But it's fire damage, so maybe it's 20?
You would think that, but actually, surprisingly, it does not seem to be as effective as even you might hope that it would be against a regular target.
They're very damp plants. Anything else you'd like to do, Magnus?
No, I think I'll hang out here.
All right.
Okay, Elise.
Be the warlocky. Eldritch Blast.
Oh,
Ow.
We're still at. I'm still at 1 at their
Yep.
level, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's
It's hard to
fifth
do the north or
that
south.
cantrips generate.
The one that's already hurt. What?
I think it's fifth that cantrips generate at.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds right. It does not hit though.
Yeah. Fifth, 11th, and 12th. That's 17th. It does not hit.
That was only an 8.
Ah,
I rolled a 2.
these things do happen.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will continue to stay out of the reach of these things and kind of try to. Is there a difference between those vines and the vines that are everywhere?
It
As
does
in-
not seem like there's lots of like I said, there's lots of vines. These particular ones don't seem to be overly different.
Okay. Just wondering if
You
there's.
would imagine there's probably more of these mixed in here and there,
Yeah.
but it's difficult to tell.
Okay. Just hoping that maybe I could see if there was another danger zone to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. Also, you guys can keep playing my sheets out, and Jeremiah can Eldritch Blast for me. But I'm gonna get ready for bed.
Okay, sounds good.
I mean, it's
Maybe
almost
we'll,
11, and
Do you want us
it's
to?
the end of a round. So
We just ended the round, so do we want to just call it here and then pick up at pre-tower adventure
Mm.
next time?
I think
Yeah.
calling it now is probably for the best.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
all right, good game.
So scared of red vines.
Red vines.
Red vines and a tower that moves around.
How dare you write things and give them to me?
Ah, this is
I'm
why you're nervous. Okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, well, because we will have fun. Because it's more fun to have compelling
Mm-hmm.
plot points that put the protagonists in danger.
Mm.
We wouldn't want a boring D&D game.
Excited to fold in more people's backstories in the next few sessions as we get to other people's hometowns.
Yeah, that'll be
So-
fun.
It means I should probably write something.
Yeah, you're welcome to give me more to work with if you want to.
Well, good night, all.
Good.
Good night.
All right, guys.
Yeah, so as we wind down the stream, we hope you had fun. Hope you're able to laugh even if it was at our expense, and we hope that if anything's weighing on you, it feels lighter after hanging out online with friends. And until next time, bye.
Goodbye.